The treasure is worth the pursuit. The treasure is always worth the pursuit. Let me share with you one last example. There's this book called The Thrill of the Chase, and it tells the story of a guy in 1988. His name was Forrest Fenn, and he got notice that he had cancer. And so when he learned that he had cancer, what he did, he was a very wealthy man. He took $3 million of, I'm talking gold, rubies, diamonds, emeralds, and he put it into this like just straight out chest, like a treasure chest. And then he buried it, hoping that he would one day soon die in the wilderness and then leave this treasure behind as his legacy. Well, that was in 1988. I believe he's still living. And he got better, he recovered, he didn't die from the cancer, but he still went ahead with this treasure hunt. And so his idea was he was going to bury it, and then he challenged America to go find it. And he wrote a poem that had 9 clues in it. Kind of sounds like a Scooby-Doo episode, right? But he wrote a poem with 9 clues in it, and then he said, go find it. If you keep it, if you find it, you can keep it. Well, many people have tried to find it, some giving their life. No one's ever found it, according to Wikipedia, and you know that's got to be true. But in his autobiography, The Thrill of the Chase, Finn tells of all of his valuable possessions, all of his great wealth that he had. But he said this. He said, the real treasure is in the pursuit itself. And by burying that treasure, he was trying to teach a lesson to a younger generation to get off the video games, to get off the stuff that we just waste our time with, and to pursue something that has great value. Isn't that a good lesson? He says, anything truly worth having is worth pursuing. He believed that the best stuff in life was buried. I have to admit, he's got a compelling point, don't you think? If, and there's a big if it's the right treasure. Reminds me of something Jesus said. Jesus said, what good would it profit a man to gain the whole world but lose his soul? Let me ask you a question, because you all have passions and desires, and you're pursuing something. You might be pursuing God, but a lot of us are just not pursuing God. We're pursuing other stuff. What if the thing that you were pursuing was the wrong treasure? What if the thing that you just invest so much time and energy and resources and emotional exhaustion in is the wrong treasure? Let me ask you another question. What if at the end of that hunt, you actually caught the thing that you were chasing? Would it change your life in any way, shape, or form? And here's a better question. What if at the end of that hunt, you open the treasure chest, and when you open it, you find that it's empty? What good would it be to gain the whole world, Jesus says, and yet forfeit your soul? And I'm not talking about losing your salvation. What I am talking about is losing the inheritance and the blessing of your salvation, which is to know Jesus, to cultivate that gift. To know him more will influence your entire life. Back to Owen's question, who is God? When you give your life in pursuit of that one question, in pursuit of that treasure, I don't know where it's going to lead you exactly, because you'll go on your own treasure hunts, but I do know one thing. The box will not be empty. The box will be full of treasure if you will give your life to that one pursuit of knowing Jesus.